Call today. We are going to be going over RoboForex, what RoboForex is about, and get into some of the detail about what makes this a great business to be involved in, either from a customer standpoint as a client or being an affiliate. So before we do that, I want to get into a very important thing. I'd encourage you to take a screenshot of this slide. It's important. Trading is risky, just to put a button on it. That's why you're able to get the kinds of returns you're able to get with trading, but you have to mitigate that risk. We'll show you, some of the things we do to do that. But the bottom line literally on this slide is the bottom line. Never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. It's really critical, because if you're using the rent money, the mortgage money, the grocery money, that's just not a good plan. So
Robert,
we steer clear. Yes,
sorry,
sir.
your presentation, you need to get it up.
Sharing the screen would help, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry. So never risk funds you cannot afford to lose. That's a very, very key thing. And we'll talk about that more. But that is very important. For those that don't know me, my name is Robert Burns. I'm here in the Seattle, Washington area with my lovely wife, Anna. Our kids have flown the nest. Alexandra just gave birth to our brand new grandson, our first grandson. And my son, Robbie, is in Montana, Bozeman, Montana. Both Anna and Alexandra are from Romania originally, which is how I'm able to be here as a U.S. citizen, because they both are dual citizens, both U.S. and Romanian. We can use their Romanian passport to KYC here, which is pretty cool. For fun, I'm into fly fishing and playing the bass guitar. And excuse me just a minute. Got some allergies that are bugging me today. It's funny, I was in Romania for almost 3 months, and I didn't really notice the degree to which I wasn't having the allergic stuff. So there's something in Seattle. As far as my professional resume, I have been into many different things over my career, since the mid 80s, really, when I started really working and getting busy with career type stuff. And the things I always gravitate towards ultimately are things that make money, that the product itself makes money, that you are able to build a business with the product. That's true in Forex, that's true in real estate, that's true in crypto. And then there are businesses around that, in addition to the product itself making money. Internet marketing and team building are things that I'm very active in and have been for a long while. We're about to bring out something that I'm very excited about, that those that do want to be affiliates. In fact, Robert, I may just take a little bit toward the end to go over exactly what that does and show people what's possible with that, because that is going to get going here in the next couple of weeks. So I'll just make a note to myself, rotator. So with that said, here's the things we're going to get into today. We'll get into copy trading. We'll get into why this broker is solid, why it's a good broker, how withdrawals work, how deposits work, how compounding is something that you can use here. Excuse me. And it's one of the most powerful elements of any kind of financial growth and creation of wealth is compounding, and particularly if it's high frequency compounding, which this is, very powerful. Then we'll get into the affiliate part, and that part is completely optional. If you want to be a client only, we love you, no problem. If you want to do the affiliate part, we love you a little more, I won't lie. So if you want to do that, you're able to do that, but no obligation to do that. And then we'll do the drawing, where somebody that's a guest here can win $100. If you have people you'd like to invite to this, you could do that right now. Send them the link to this Zoom, and they'd be able to participate in the drawing if they are a guest. So with that, I want to show you some recent winners of the drawing. And this fellow all the way on the left here, he's also from the island of Ireland, and he's in Northern Ireland in Belfast. He actually won the $100 drawing, as did all of these guys. And this is a very partial list of the winners. most of the time, people that win the drawing will choose to engage in the copy trading. They may not have the skills themselves to do trading, which is just fine. Don did have some skills. He went out and he took the $100 and very quickly, this says 10,000. It's actually 10,000 pennies. That is $100 really. But he turned it into 20,000 pennies. He made 100% gain in a very short period of time. So he took the $100 and actually went out and traded it himself and had a very good result over a very short period of time. So we're proud of Don for doing that. What is manual trading? We'll get into the trading stuff. Manual trading is you doing the trading yourself. This assumes that you already have the skill, that and it's not easy, it's not simple, it's active. There's nothing about it that's passive. It's an active sport. You have to be engaged in the trading to do it. How does that differ from copy trading? Copy trading is something very different. You don't have to have any skills. It's easy, it's simple, it's passive. Once your account is set up and it's verified, the money comes in, assuming you're connected to good traders, and voila, you're making money. You don't have to do anything to earn that money. And as far as the information on the broker is a broker I was looking at before I met Robert Russell. And I had already decided I wanted to get an account with this broker because I was very impressed with everything about them, and not the least of which was very good reviews. And you can go on their website. I won't belabor, I don't need to read to you, but this is over 5 million clients in 169 countries. 4.5 is an old stat. I mean, this is a very, very well-established, solid broker. And there's good reason for that. They take care of business. They do things well. Their platform is solid. There's just a lot to like. They're regulated in the country of Belize, which is where they're registered under a regulatory body in Belize called FSC. They're part of the Financial Commission. This is an optional thing. They're a participant in that commission, which is basically a group of Forex brokers that got together and said, why don't we create an independent commission for arbitration of disputes? And it's like a insurance coverage for traders who work with the participants. We pay a little bit. They pay rather. RoboForex pays a little bit out of all of the trades to support their role in the commission. And if a client of RoboForex has a dispute, or for that matter, any of the clients of firms that participate in the commission, let's say that it's in this case a RoboForex client that has an issue, and that they prevail in an arbitration, they would be compensated up to $20,000 or 20,000 euros rather. So this is something that's a good indication of their intent to really be even-handed and to be fair with their clientele. Now, what instruments does RoboForex offer to people to trade with? Well, cryptocurrencies, Forex, of course, that's not a big surprise with their name being RoboForex. And they, more than 40 currency pairs are available. Stocks are available, basic stocks, not real exotic stuff, but the basic, the things that you'd see, the major stocks on the New York Exchange and the NASDAQ are here. Indices are something that's very popular with us and with people in our organization. And indices, think of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the US 30. That would be a good example of an index or an indice. DAX, the top 40 German companies, another good example of an indice or an index. The NAS 100, which is the top 100 NASDAQ companies in the US. Good indication of an indice. These are things that are not pairs really. They're an index of all of the component parts. Like if the top 30 US industrial companies are in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, also known as the US 30. It goes up, it goes down on any given day. It goes up and down in the same day. So if you're predicting that right, you can make money trading those indices, and they can be very lucrative. They can also punish you if you get it wrong. ETFs are exchange traded funds, soft commodities, things like coffee, cocoa, sugar, wheat. This has obviously been impacted pretty significantly lately because of the war in Ukraine. Energies also, oil, natural gas, heating, all this is always, can be a money maker and something that people that are good at trading it can do very well. This is one of the favorites, again, of our organization, gold in particular, gold against the US dollar. This is something that can be a very lucrative, and again, very lucrative, but also can punish you if you get it wrong. So it's very important to pick good traders, which we'll touch on here in just a minute. Again, you can go and find out about the broker readily on your own and find out the different awards that they're winning, but they're plentiful, and there's good reason for that. It's a really good broker. Now, on to the traders. What I want to show you now is something that's really, really critical. When we recommend a trader to somebody on our team, it's not just a recommendation of, hey, I don't use the trader, go ahead and sign up with them. I hope, I make a lot of money when you sign up with them. That is not what we're up to. We use the traders personally, the ones that we're recommending, we use them. So if the trader does something that isn't good, we feel that pain also. In other words, the only time I recommend a trader is if I have money with that trader and I'm enjoying the benefits of that trader, hopefully. In other words, all traders have losses from time to time, but good traders, the wins will outpace the losses. Now, what are the criteria that we use to establish a good trader? Well, first of all, do they keep their stops tight? Meaning if they do have something go against them, are they letting big drawdowns happen? Drawdowns, by the way, for those that are unfamiliar with that word, that's when you have an unrealized loss. You enter trades, almost always there's the spread, that goes against you a little bit. So you're almost always immediately in a negative, unless you're fortunate enough to have it go your way right from the beginning, which is rare. But a drawdown is an unrealized loss, or also known as a floating loss. Good traders keep those low. Past performance is, the old saying, past performance is no indication of future results. They're right, but it does give you a pretty good window in what they've done, particularly if past performance is recent, okay, where you can see what did they do yesterday? What did they do last week? That's helpful. What's their win ratio? Are they winning more than losing? Sometimes this can be misleading, though. People will see win ratio and they'll go, oh, that's so important. You got to have 98% win ratio. No, you don't. You can have a 50% win ratio. And as long as you keep your trader keeps the stops tight, they can actually earn more money than the guy or gal that has a 98% win ratio. It's about management of risk. That's really what it comes down to. And you'll hear good traders, that's the language that they use. Telegram channel, Telegram group. For me personally, this one's not optional. I want to be able to communicate directly with the trader and interact with them, particularly if there's something that, is a question mark about what they're up to. Total trades and total investors, that's a pretty good indication, especially the investors. If a lot of people are following them, generally a reason for that. They're doing a good job. They've attracted a decent audience. So this is a system that we use also. Think of my FX book. It's free, by the way. It's something that you can set up on any trading account you have with MT4 or MT5. And what it does is it gives you a report card, a real quick vignette. You can see exactly how they're doing, what the daily return is, the monthly return, the drawdown, overall gain, trade by trade. What are the gains today, this week, this month, and so forth. In other words, you've got a real look at the trader. So with no further ado on that, we have a new trader. We just introduced them last week. That's a trader by the name of Zorro2. Here was their initial week, and literally they only traded 3 days the previous week before last week, and then the Friday, the 11th, was just a little bit of trading. But they managed in that time to make an 11.61% return with a 1.6% drawdown. This combination of things is very unusual, guys. Seeing good return with low drawdown is very unusual. Here is a week later. So here we were, 11.61% overall gain. Here, 18.87. And notice 1, 2, 3, that kind of weekday, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days of trading. Now, just do some simple math here. If you take 9 days of trading, divide 18, because this daily number here is inaccurate because we had this account set up starting July 13th, but they didn't start trading until the 8th. So this is slowly but surely catching up. But if you just do the math with me, 9 days of trading, take 18.87, divide by 9. Let me show you this. 9 divide, you're earning over 2% a day gross. And, you know, the traders do charge a performance fee. This trader charges a 30% performance fee. So you've got to take whatever they earn and take that weekly 30% off the top of that number. But it's exceptional numbers, guys. This is, and this trader, I think you're going to see this trader frequently be above 2% per day, frequently. We've seen days where he in fact spiked up over 3%, in some cases even 4 or 5. But you know what I'm sharing with people is I think you're going to see this bear out because he's still tweaking, but look how he did. And with a 1.8% drawdown, this is absolutely world-class trading. You know, to get these results and do so consistently is pretty remarkable. This week he got 6.61%. So far this month, because he only started on the 8th, 18.87. Now, again, if you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 trading days, how many trading days are there in a month? There are 20. If you took 9 trading days, in other words, and then did one more, I submit that you could double this number and you'd be pretty close to what this trader is probably going to do very consistently. In other words, right now with 9 trading days, 18.87%. So when there's a full month of trading, meaning 20 trading days, the business days, that number ought to be north of 30%. You can make real money if your money is growing to the tune of 30% per month, let alone higher. That's very, very good results. That's why this trader and others in our stable are really getting a lot of attention. We ultimately think this trader may be in the running for being the very top trader in RoboForex, and there's lots of traders. But you know, when you get these kinds of results with this kind of drawdown, it gets people's attention in a hurry, as it should. Now, to get connected with that trader, get together with the person that enrolled you and invited you here. Make sure to use their link. Honor the person that brought you here. It's very important to do that because the trader agrees to split the performance fee with the affiliate that refers people to them. So, you know, honor the person that is the affiliate that you brought here and get their link. It's important to do that. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you like the looks of this graph? What do you think? Does that graph look right? Is that the trader you want? It's kind of a trick question, I admit it. The answer is it looks good, but what's missing is you want to see these little, what I call maybe piranha bites. I use shark bites, but these little, you know, what are those? Those are little losses and then right back up again. But you want to see the trader that is willing to take a loss and not allow your equity to get clobbered. You don't want to see giant drawdowns. You don't want to see huge big bites out of the equity. That's the sign of an amateuristic trader. And, you know, taking losses, as long as they look like this, it's a little loss back up again, little loss back up again, little loss back up again. But notice it's still up and to the right, getting very good results, but there are losses. And embrace this, because this is the trader protecting your account equity, your capital. Don't shy away from losses. In fact, there's a book by a fellow named Tom Hugard that if you don't have this book, I'd encourage you to get it. I don't have a stock or a stake in his book, but it really is good. It's on Amazon. You can get an Audible, you can get a Kindle, or you can get the paper version. I like it so much. I got all 3. But Tom Hugard, this guy's the real deal. And, you know, if you're getting into this space, it's important to understand why losses are part of the equation. And you'll understand that better when you read his book. He's a world-class trader. He has won competitions literally all over the world for decades. And he talks about why it's important to take losses. So, you know, as kids, we're taught don't lose, win, win, win. But this is a different game than the normal type of business or sporting thing, you know, where losses are undesirable. Here, they actually, I submit, are part of, not only part of the process, but very, very desirable. These are things that are payment systems that you have available to you to make deposits and withdrawals. Visa and MasterCard are available in most countries. AstroPay, I think it's Advanced Cash, ADV Cash. Crypto is available in many countries. Some countries not available. UK, crypto's not available. But many countries it is. In some countries, India, Visa and MasterCard are not available. Go figure. If you happen to be in the country of Nigeria, it seems everything is available pretty much. Same thing in Romania, where my wife is from. Same thing in Ireland. Now, these are some examples of, in our case, because my wife is Romanian, we got lots of choices to make deposits with, different cryptos, different account types like N26, Revolut, bank transfer, MasterCard, Visa, Apple Pay, Google. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, right? Same thing with withdrawals. You have the opportunity to withdraw in a variety of formats. To show how quick and rapid these withdrawals are, Robert Russell, my colleague that enrolled me, he did something really smart here. He showed somebody that you can withdraw in crypto. USDT is a stable coin. It's a crypto coin that's exactly equivalent to $1 using the TRC20 network. And this one took 2 hours. This one took 4 hours. This one took 5 hours. I often, by the way, guys, get these in minutes. So just saying, I have literally gotten withdrawals here that quickly. Bank transfer, look at this. Robert got a $536 bank transfer in 13 minutes. This one took 22 hours. What's the difference? Don't know. Sometimes they take longer than others. We always tell people at least 2 business days, it might be 3, knowing we're lying to them and they're going to get it usually in under 24 hours. Here's Visa, MasterCard. Here's 1 day, 15 hours, 1 day. You get the idea. So here's showing you a variety of methods that you can withdraw money with and the real timeframes that it takes to receive them. Now, I mentioned before, the importance of the risk disclaimer because trading is risky. Again, don't risk funds you cannot afford to lose. I have to say that before I get into what I'm about to show you, which is this one. Compounding is one of the most fun things as a presenter to talk about because, I can make you rich in about 10 minutes, not even that with this compounder, but this compounding calculator. But it's important to explain and have some reference point as to how we're getting at the numbers we're getting at. And anytime somebody gets into this business, they'll start out with a number that is their test account number. In other words, what is it that they want to put in the market to kind of test the water and see, okay, is this for me or not? And we all do that pretty much. And that test amount may vary. Some people may say, well, it's $100. Some may say 500. Some may say 5,000 to test. No joke. It's the relative amount of money is dependent on the individual. That can change from person to person. But what I want to show you is if you took $1,000, let's say, and you put an interest rate on that of, let's say 1 every trading day. And notice this is one of the most important things to grasp with this calculator. It's not monthly compounding. It's not weekly in this case. It's literally daily compounding. Day to day, your account is increasing. If the trader is getting good results, and let's say that you do that over a year, then down here, include all days of the week. What do you think? Should it be all days of the week or should it be no? In fact, it's no, because it's 5 trading days. I'm gonna send this calculator to you right now. So be sure to check your chat here on Zoom and you'll have a copy. You'll have a copy of, the calculator and some of the parameters that you'll need to use it. Be sure to remember, though, not to select all trading days, because unless you're trading crypto, that's not the case. The Forex markets indices are open 5 days a week. So here's the drum roll. What do you think? 1,000 earning 1% per trading day, meaning 20 trading days a month on average, and over a year. What do you think that $1,000 is going to turn into? Drum roll. Boom. Your $1,000 turned into 13,000. That's a 1,200% return. And guys, this may seem crazy, too good to be true. Oh, that can't be. It's math. It is math. If you get 1% a day, you put $1,000 in, and will it be slightly different than this? There's holidays in there. There's other things to take in consideration. But on balance, even if you got half this number, it's still awesome, I submit. This is in a perfect world if you traded every trading day, 20 days a month, every month. But the bottom line is, to get from here to somewhere up in this neighborhood is pretty remarkable. And the idea that, when you start out in August, what are we, two-thirds of the way through the month? So you're not going to earn that much this month on the plan. Then you get full bore in September. So here we are. Here's earnings for the month of August. Add that on top, and you have this amount of earnings in total. Then earnings in September, and there you add that, and it increases your balance. So you start October with 1347. You're seeing your $1,000 compound right over here. Okay. Here's the earnings cumulatively. Here's your account balance with the earnings built into the account balance. By the end of that period, you are at 13,423. So that is a remarkable thing when you see it. Now, here's something that's really going to be fun. Okay. Let's say, for the sake of discussion, that you're fortunate enough to get a trader that can earn you. Let's say that you had, let's say 2% gross per day. Okay. Just work with me here a minute. Let's say they got 2%, and you took 30% to hand to the trader at the end of each week. The company does that actually automatically. So you would see 1.4% net. If they were earning 2% gross, you'd have 1.4% net coming in. Okay. Remember, over here, I used 1%. Doesn't sound like much difference, right? 0.4%. That doesn't sound like much. How much impact could that possibly have? Is where my brain goes. I don't know if yours does, but I go, man, that doesn't sound like much. Remember, 13,000 down here was the end value that we ended up with. Let's increase this to 1.4% and see what happens. 1.4 and calculate. Look at that. You went from 13 to 37. 0.4%. Not a huge difference. What a result. 3,600% return. And, there's a point at which you may say, hey, all right, I think once I get to, I don't know, let's say $10,000. And by the way, could you get your $1,000 back somewhere in here? Yeah, I think you might consider getting it back right there when you hit $2,000 in your account balance. You take $1,000 out, you've completely recovered your initial investment, your initial seed capital. To use Robert Russell's phrase, that's de-risking. In other words, you've gotten your money back here. Let's say over time you do that, and cool beans. Then there's a point at which, let's say you get to, I don't know, $30,000, and you decide, okay, at that point, because I've gotten my capital back, I get it grown to that point, I want to start taking money out of here. And let's say that that's 50-50. Okay. You have $30,000 earning at 1.4% still over a year. And let's say that you want to pull out 50 and leave 50 in. Okay. Here's what that looks like. They've added a column now. Here's your earnings. Here's the 50% that you reinvest. Here's the 50% that goes in your wallet. Now look at this, guys. You've earned 310,000. 155 goes over here into the account balance. 155 goes in your pocket, in your wallet. How cool is that? Imagine, the crazy thing is people, well, I don't know if this is going to work. What if it does? What if you actually saw this manifest? What if you saw this actually unfold in this manner, and you were fortunate enough to have a trader that could do this net every trading day? And I don't know if it's going to happen, because trading is risky. Some days it won't. Some days he'll exceed that. It just depends. There's a lot of risk involved in the market. But if you were fortunate enough to have that as an average, these numbers, again, if that is the average, this is how the numbers will pencil out. And it's crazy. Now, here's another thing that's great. So we took 50-50. What if you said, no, I don't need the money that much. Let's see Let's put 70% into the account and I'll take 30% and put that in my pocket. The number actually may be bigger. You're still getting 151,000 in your wallet, in your pocket, but look at how much your account grew by. It grew by 352,000. Your account is now worth 382,000 at the end of that period. And if you really want to get crazy, watch what happens when you carry this out, not 1 year, but 2 years. Look at there. That just looks insane, doesn't it? I mean, that looks just ridiculous. How can that be? You've earned overall 6.9 million. You've taken out 2 million. And you have an investment value on your account of 4.8 million. How crazy is that? Is that possible, you think? We have the trader that you're seeing trade here, the trader that I mentioned earlier. This trader took like under $800 and turned it into 39,000 in a little under 2 months. So, you know, is it possible? It is. Are there people doing it? There are. So does that mean everybody's going to do it? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. But if you're fortunate enough to get a good trader and you're consistent with that trader, the trader's consistent, it is possible to happen. So you can see why compounding is such a powerful idea. Albert Einstein, his famous quote was, "It's compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world." This is why, because when you see this actually manifest, it's crazy cool. Now, what have I gone over? I've gone over copy trading. I've gone over the solidity of the broker, withdrawals, and then how compounding works. What I want to touch on now is something that's very important. This is kind of our intermission, if you will, advertisement for upcoming classes. This one is on Monday with Robert Russell and Tony Luck. You can have somebody come to this class who is wanting to register, has registered, needs to know what they need to do for the steps to verify, wants to get plugged into a trader. It's all of the basics. It's a workshop. We roll up our sleeves. Robert rolls up his sleeves and helps people get started. On Wednesdays, 7:30 p.m. UK time, there's a trading training. How to get your MT4 set up, how to get plugged in, how to get things turned on. In other words, all the things necessary to get your business going with the trading part. In other words, maybe you aspire to learn how to trade. Maybe you want to be a copy trader at some point. It can start here. So if you've never traded before, this is a really good value. I think Robert ought to be charging money for this because it's exceptional value. That's his call, his class. But just saying. Then each Saturday we have this, which is part 1, and then part 2 after the drawing, we'll get into how do you enroll, get questions answered. And for those that are ready to enroll, we'll help them get started just like the Monday class does. So if you are interested in going ahead or wanting more details, message the person that introduced you to this to your sponsor and get their link. And then we can show you in part 2 how to get them signed up. Also make note of this site down here, timefreedomteam.xyz. This is our team site. You can go over there to get presentations, to plug into our groups, to get instruction on how you get enrolled, how you get signed up as an affiliate. All of that stuff is here on the team site. So timefreedomteam.xyz. I'm going to type that in chat right now so you have it. And you'll want to click on that before you leave the presentation because then you'll have it on your browser. Now, last but not least is the affiliate program. This is completely optional. If you just want to be a client, we love you, no problem. The affiliate plan is simple. It works. You can withdraw money. You can add money. You know, if you need to use some money for bills, it's your money. You can do with it what you want. You can add the money to your account and have it compound more rapidly. All of those are possible. We have 4 different parts of the plan. One is the daily trader returns, what you earn from the trader. Number 2 is when you refer other people to the trader, you get a portion of the split or the performance fee. The third one is the fees that the broker charges. You receive commissions actually through 5 tiers. And then once a month, there is a special bonus, which is the monthly bonus based on what you've earned here. It impacts this, and I'll show you how that breaks down. Now, to give you an example of you referring, first of all, here's your, let's say that you have $5,000 in your account. And let's say that you earn 23% in a given month. That means $1,150 gross, your total gross trading profit. You've agreed to pay the trader a 30% performance fee. So you take the 1150, multiply times 0.7, meaning there is automatically the 30% is deducted here. $805 is your net. That's how much you got that month. So now you start next month with $5,805 as your starting balance. Okay. Now, let's say that you go out and you have 5 friends. They do the same thing. You talk to people over time. You have 5 people. They each put in 5,000. They get the same results. So 5,000 times 23% is 5,750 in gross income on the account or gross profit. Multiply that times 30%, that's 1,725. And the trader has said, I'll split that with you, the affiliate. So you get 862 and so does the trader. So just from referring a few people, you can make a very nice split with the coming from the trader. Then the part that is paid directly by the brokerage is the 5-tier part. This is paid from broker fees, the spread, different things that the broker charges clients. And this can turn into some very significant money. My colleague, Robert Russell, he averages 700-ish a week and occasionally has spikes, daily spikes up over $1,000 on this part of the plan. I was kind of dismissive of this, but I've seen the possibilities and the power of this, and I'm very excited about it. Then depending on what you earn in a month, if you earn between $100 to $500 on that plan that I just showed you here, the 5-tier plan, if you earn between $100 and $500, you get a 10% bonus paid on the first of the month. This example, up to $50. If you've earned between 500 and 30,000, so Robert is in this tier, he will earn 15% of whatever he earns in this range, up to $30,000. So you could be paid up to $4,500 on this tier. Once you get here and you're over 30,000 that you're earning, you are a superstar in RoboForex and you're earning 20% of whatever that number is monthly, starting at $6,000 and up per month as a bonus. Now, the affiliate plan, the kind of the punchline is it is simple. It works. You can withdraw the money whenever you want. You can use it for whatever you want. It's your money. And that's true, by the way, of everything here. You don't have to ask anybody to do anything with your money. It's your money. You control it at all times. You never, ever lose control of it. And you can take the money and add it to your account and have it compound more rapidly if you choose to. Okay. So now we're going to get into the fun part of the equation. I want to, Robert, if you could unmute. I don't know if we have guests here today. I don't know.
Yeah, we do. We have a few.
Okay, good. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to get into the drawing. Guests can enter the drawing. Unfunded clients can enter the drawing, meaning they've registered, they verified, but they haven't funded yet. Somebody that has funded may not participate in the drawing. That's where the line is. You also must agree to allow us to publish your name and your picture. If that's not okay for you, then don't participate in the drawing because that is a requirement. And once you have verified your account, then the money will be delivered to your account and we'll help you get set up with a trader. Or if you know how to trade manually, you can do that too. We've had that happen a couple of times. So with that, we'll get into the drawing. Here was the last drawing we did. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people last week. In fact, I'm going to take a picture of that. There we go. So who is our first entrant today, Robert?
So we have got Adrian.
Okay.
We have got Rachano, R-A-C-H-A-N-O.
Did I spell it correctly?
R-A-C-H. Yeah, we have got Rasik, R-A-S-A-Q.
Okay.
And then we have, I'm going to spell this out because I don't want to pronounce names wrong. O-L-U-B.
Olub?
Olubumi, B-U-M-M-I. There's names in the chat now. It's filling up.
Okay.
Okay. We have Ridwan, Ridwan.
RID.
WAN.
Not seeing that one. Oh, there we go. Ridwan. Okay.
Yeah. We have Elder, ELDER.
Oh, we got quite a few guests on here today. That's good.
Yeah. We have Tim, TIMIL. EHAN. And we have got,
Oh, that's the same name. Sorry.
oh, right.
Okay.
We have got, so Racano, RACHANO, my account already funded. So we take out Racano, RACHANO, his account is funded.
Thanks for letting us know that.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. That's transparency. And then we have this other one is AKAJ.
Akaj?
AIKU.
Okay.
So-
AKAJ.
Yeah, AAKU. And I think
Akaj.
that's
Okay.
Yeah.
AKAJIAKU.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, Rob. Unless somebody
Paul
you've
Motley
missed-
is saying he's already funded too. Is Paul one of these names that's on here?
No.
Okay. Okay. Is that everybody? Act now or forever hold your peace. Is that everybody? Do we have everybody in the drawing that should be in the drawing? Guys, it's real. You have a possibility of winning $100 and we'd like it to be you. You've got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've got a 12% chance of winning. Try that at Las Vegas. I like your odds here better. We've just had somebody else pop in, Alawale.
No, it was Rick Channel popped in there just so.
Okay. All right.
Good to go.
Let's get ready to rumble. Here we go. Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
There we go.
All right. Who's it going to be? Bunmi. Come on down.
Hey!
All right. Let's get, it's Idowu Alabunmi.
Let me see with this.
Sorry if I'm butchering your name in advance. Help me pronounce your name correctly.
Olubunmi.
Olubunmi. Okay.
Yes, better.
Is that your family name or your given name?
It's my given name, sir.
Okay, so Idowu is your family name.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
Well,
Excellent.
congratulations. Where are you from?
From Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Excellent.
All right. All right. What part? Are you from Lagos?
Ogun State.
Which one again?
Ogun State.
Okay, I'm not familiar with. What is the major city in that area?
Abeokuta.
Could you say that again slowly, please?
Abeokuta.
Still I'm not understanding it. Sorry. Could you type it in chat, please? Just go ahead and type it in chat if you would. I think that might be easier. It's two people separated by a common language. Sometimes I think I'm clear, and then people look at me funny, like, what did he say?
Okay, Ogun State.
Obiokuta. Ogun State. Okay. Well, here's what's really cool. Have you ever won anything in a drawing before on a webinar?
No.
Well, now you have.
Excellent.
You know, how cool is that? Remember this. Remember the day that this old American and this good looking Irishman, helped you out, because we really want somebody to succeed in your country. And we've had multiple winners from Nigeria. We really have. We really do this every week, and we have a lot of Nigerians show up. So good on you. Glad you won. Who invited you here? Olabunmi? Can you hear me? Hello, Olubunmi.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
One of the things that is common in Nigeria is network issues, so there may be one.
Could be the excitement, Robert.
It may be. Olubunmi, who invited? How did you find us? Who invited you here?
Abayomi invited me.
I'm sorry that the audio. If you're on Bluetooth, if you could turn the Bluetooth off, that would help, because I think that if you have Bluetooth, it's scrambling up the audio. It's not clear.
So Alabama Moses invited her. Excellent. Well done. That is a gentleman, I think, won this 2 weeks ago. Excellent.
Get out of town. So
Excellent. Good man.
the
Excellent.
winner invites a new winner. How do you like that?
Wow. Incredible.
Yeah. And this is exactly, now I want to applaud him as much as Olubunmi for taking action.
Yeah.
You know, he's an action taker. He's not an action faker. He got people here, right? That's the most important thing, guys. If you get guests on this event, you won. Whether they win the drawing or not, you win, because they win and you win. Get guests here. Moses clearly got Abayomi clearly got the memo on that. Good on you, Abayomi. Excellent.
Yeah. Excellent. Well
That's
done.
exactly the action that I want to recognize and acknowledge, because that's exactly, if you want to succeed in this business part, do that. Get guests to this event. Get guests to this event. I don't know how to emphasize that more. It's so crucial. And he's doing a great job. So good on you, Abayomi. You got your guest here. Not only did you get them here, but they won the drawing. That's better than a poke in the eye with a sharp stick. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the stream.